Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
I want to thank the listeners and viewers of Infowars. And on this Thanksgiving and this Black Friday that's coming up, we're going to extend free shipping store-wide to people specifically that have the promo code FREE.
Well, as people are trying to get away for Thanksgiving, taking planes, trains, and automobiles, let's take a look at this massive traffic jam in LA and what it tells us about the state of our infrastructure and where we're headed. The Telegraph, the United Kingdom, asks, is this the world's worst traffic jam, this Thanksgiving gridlock? And as you look at the pictures that they've got here, there's they tweet out, there's a tweet from ABC 7 Eyewitness News where they took a helicopter cam of the footage there. And basically, as Joe Jennings pointed out, LA has turned into a red state as we see the motorists with the blues. That's the 405 in California. It's the only way you can get to the airport. Now, as you look at this massive traffic jam going both ways, you got to ask yourself, is this a failed plan, or have we got urban planners who are planning to fail? What could they do about that? We have urban planners who say, we can't widen the roads. It's urban sprawl as it is. We're turning all of our cities into just a massive concrete jungle for people. We've got the people on Twitter saying it looks like they're doing the mannequin challenge. Others saying maybe they're decorating the 405 with Christmas tree lights. Another one says it's called the 405 for a reason. It takes 4 or 5 hours to get anywhere. And why is that? Why couldn't we do something about that? And of course, we could do something about it. Think about cities. As cities got more heavily concentrated and compacted, what did they do? Did they keep building small buildings and widening the footprint of the cities in a more and more sprawl? They kind of did that in LA, but in most cities, they start to build skyscrapers. And we've seen that in some other cities, like in Austin here. We've got an addition to a part of the interstate here where they just added another layer of the interstate over the existing roadbed. Things like that could be done if they wanted to help us with the traffic situation, but they don't. And I think a very clear indicator of this was an editorial that was written back in September by the CEO of Lyft. This is a guy who by profession was an urban planner. This is a guy who loves cities. He sees cities as utopia. He sees cars as the problems with cities. And you have to understand, when you go back and think about our history in this last 100 years or so, the history of the car, I think he got it exactly opposite. I think cities are the problem. Cities have always been the problem. Thomas Jefferson said, cities are a threat to the health, the wealth, and the liberty of man. Why are they a threat to the liberty of man? Because it's not just the traffic concentration of cars. It's the concentration of people into one area. And that's what the urban planners want. That's what the politicians want. That's what the people who run these services like Lyft and Uber, the car companies want that. They want you to be concentrated in one area. And we should start thinking about the concentration of control that gives them over our lives. We should start thinking about the fact that as they plot to take away private car ownership, they are also plotting to turn us into renters. Not only renters of real estate, but renters even of our transportation, where they will own the roads, they will own the cars, and we will have to rent everything from them. We've had many examples. We had the CEO of Mercedes saying, I'm concerned about the future because I'm concerned that human drivers are going to bully the robot cars, not the other way around, see? And what that tells you is the underlying understanding that they have talked about, that we cannot have a coexistence of human drivers with robot cars. You will have one or the other. It won't be the sort of thing where, I'd like to just sit here on my daily commute and do this. No, they're going to gradually, and the only question is to what degree they will attempt to put human drivers out of the business and take over all the cars because they want to own everything. And he says, as he bemoans this, he says, we have a country that was built for cars. It's like, no, cars provided us a way to escape the concentration of the cities. That's why people took so eagerly to the suburbs. And the car was the instrument to get you out of there. But he goes on to say in this, he says, by 2025, private car ownership will all but end in major U.S. cities. Everything is going to be safer, right? They tell you that. Are we safer? Look at the many accidents that we've had with trains, with commuter trains, just in the last couple of years. These are very simple problems to solve compared to having robot cars, even if there are no human drivers on the road. We have a situation with trains where you've got one vehicle that's on the track. All they have to do is make sure there's nothing in front of it and that it stops on time. They can't even do that. Or think about airplanes. Are you going to have a wonderful life where you don't have any traffic? Those people who are headed to the airport, once they get to the airport, they've got a massive jam there. Now, the problem is concentration. Cars, if urban planners wanted to do it, would be a way for us to lessen concentration, but they want control over your lives.
I want to thank the listeners and viewers of Infowars. We've changed the world. Even mainstream media admits that we're bigger than CNN, we're as big as Fox, we're bigger than the BBC, on Quantcast, you name it. I want to thank you all for your support. And on this Thanksgiving and this Black Friday that's coming up, we're going to extend free shipping store-wide to people specifically that have the promo code FREE. Some of the specials are as high as 50% on incredibly high-quality products like Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver. That's 50% off and free shipping. That is a loss leader at InfoWarsStore.com. Trump is My President shirt is about to sell out. It's limited edition. It is for sale at cost, $9.95, shipping included. All you have to do is put in promo code FREE at checkout to get free shipping on top of discounts up to 50% off store-wide at InfoWarsStore.com. You can also call toll-free 888-253-3139. But for myself, the Infowars family, and everybody else in this fight, I want to salute and thank all of you for your support. Whatever you do, keep spreading the articles, the videos to everybody you know. It is absolutely devastating the globalists because we're on the march and the frickin' empire is on the run.